Yo, what is going on guys? Vortex Gaming here and welcome to a brand new episode of the Rise of TNA. And today we have the Against All Odds pay-per-view, the one we've been building up for 4 episodes now. It's just like any other pay-per-view. But Against All Odds, hopefully this is going to be our best pay-per-view yet. We've got some good matches booked in where, you know, we've got 18,500 people expected to be here. Where are we? We're in the New Jersey Eisel Center. So, Bobby Roode signed a new contract, which is cool. 5-year deal. So, you know, I really want to push Bobby Roode because I really like Bobby Roode. But anyway, let's get straight into the show. Right then, so, start of the show, we've got 3 dark matches. The first one, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin defeat DJZ and Manic. Just a random heel tag team we threw together. And that got 75B-, man. That's good. Obviously, Haas and Benjamin showed excellent chemistry. They don't work well as a team. Could you imagine if they clicked? That would have been awesome. So, work improvements. DJZ is improving in performance skills. Dirt sheet. There's quite a few penalties in here as well, man. Right, so moving on. What? Okay, so Tara defeated Melissa in a 78B, which is pretty damn good. And the final one, Magnus defeated Bobby Roode in a 62C. Magnus is improving in flying skills. Bobby Roode's improving in rumble skills. Booking decisions. What is that then? Oh, I kept Bobby Roode strong because I think he complained. Because Magnus is only an upper mid carder now. Originally, he was a main eventer. But anyway, moving on with the actual show. So to open the show, we get 64C. So the show opens with pyro as the cameras pan over the excited crowd before turning to the announce table with Mike Tenay and Taz. Tenay says, "Hello everybody and welcome to TNA Against All Odds. We have a stacked card for you tonight with what could possibly be one of the best events in TNA history, Taz." Taz then says, "You're damn right, Mike. We have a fatal 4-way tag team match for the tag championships, not to mention the main event, a triple threat for the world title between champ MVP, the Olympic gold medalist, and my man, the Destroyer Lashley." Tenay says, "Some great reasons to stick around later, but for now, let's go to the ring with Christy Hemme." Now, Christy Hemme is actually injured, and I forgot, so we're going to change that to Rebel. Oof, these aren't going great. Oh dear. So the cameras now turn to the ring where Rebel is stood holding a mic who begins to run through the match card. He says, "Hello everyone and welcome to Against All Odds. Tonight you'll see." Rebel barely gets started when Drew Galloway's music hits and the Scotsman makes his way down to the ring and looks pissed off. Galloway says, "Rebel, get out of my ring. I've got something that I want to know and that's why I don't have a match tonight. I'm TNA's most valuable asset, yet I'm not even on the card. I shouldn't just have a match. I should be in the fucking main event for that world championship. I've been unstoppable since coming here." Eric Young's music then hits and he makes his way to the ring and says, "Drew Galloway, you're a damn good wrestler, no one can question that, but thinking you should be in the main event because you attacked a couple of wrestlers is crazy. You want a match? How about we get a referee and we can go right now." Is that it? Yes, that's it. So, yeah. Moving on, and the match, 64C, it's not too bad. So, in the match, I had some good action and not much in the way of heat. Drew Galloway defeated Eric Young in 13 minutes by pinfall with a The Move. Eric Young's improving in performance skills. Let's have a look at the dirt sheet. So, just 2 penalties. EY was penalised for inconsistency and it was penalised for booking decisions. I think I protected EY, I kept him strong. So yeah, 64C, not bad for an opening match. So let's see what comes next. These segments aren't doing great, these angles. So Eric Young rolls to the outside following his defeat to Drew Galloway, who chases him. Galloway kicks and punches EY before throwing him onto the announce table as Tenay and Taz move out of the way. Galloway has a sick smile on his face as he hits the Future Shock DDT through the announce table, breaking it. Galloway walks off as Tenay and Taz go back to their seats. Tenay says, another post-match attack from Drew Galloway. I'm sure he gets some sadistic pleasure from hurting people. And Taz says, never mind that, Mike. We're only one match in and we've already lost the announce table. It's times like this I wish we were a bigger company and had a Spanish announce table, man. So I got 50D+. I need to check their skills, their mic skills and everything, because these are not going great. Oh, that could be part of the reason why. Oh dear. I've just realised that Mike Tenay is manic. Okay, my bad. So, anyway, next up, Jeff Hardy stood backstage and cuts a short promo on Ricochet and the TV Championship. He says, Ricochet, you made a big mistake attacking me on Impact this past week. I had to get 14 stitches. 14. Tonight, I'm going to pin you to win that championship. Then I'm going to take this blade. Don't know where the blade came from. But I'm going to cut you. I'm going to make you bleed. And then I'm going to walk out and leave you in a pool of your own blood. You made this personal, Ricochet. You only have yourself to blame. That wasn't great. These angles aren't going very well. The match, 63C. So in a match that had some good action and average heat, Jeff Hardy defeated Ricochet in 16 minutes. 16 minutes? Huh. By DQ. Oh yeah. I know the ending, but So Rebby Sky did some good work at ringside. Ricochet was visibly tiring towards the end. Jeff Hardy and Ricochet had pretty good chemistry. Announcing quality, lifting the match. Jeff Hardy was penalised for chemistry fades due to manager. What does that mean? Anyway, moving on. So Ricochet slides out the ring and grabs a steel chair and begins to attack Jeff Hardy, choking him with the chair. Ricochet then traps Hardy's arm between the rope and the turnbuckle before swinging the steel chair down on it with a loud crack. Doctors and officials are quickly into the ring to check on Hardy, and Ricochet begins celebrating with the championship. So, yeah, just writing Jeff Hardy out of this storyline, really, with a broken arm, as you do. So, moving on. At 63C. So, Kenny King and Tyrus of the BDC make their way down to the ring, playing the crowd and threatening to punch some of them before Kenny King grabs the mic. King says, alright, so tonight we'll retain the World Heavyweight Championship, that's a certain. We know Lashley's game plan too well, and there ain't no way that has-been Kurt Angle is going to win. So we've been given the night off, except we don't want it. That's why we're out here issuing an open challenge to any current or past TNA tag team. Come on out here and get your asses kicked. King throws the mic to the side and works the crowd a little until Bad Influence's music hits and they make their way down to the ring to the shock of Kenny King and Tyrus, who can't believe what they're seeing. The bell rings and the match starts with Kenny King still in shock. So they've debuted their cocky face gimmicks, and Daniels is really good, but Kaz not so good, but it's it's good enough. It's good enough. So moving on to the match, and that's nice. That's a good one. So in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Bad Influence defeated the BDC in 15 minutes when Christopher Daniels defeated Kenny King by pinfall with an Angel's Wings. So Kaz and Daniels obviously have excellent chemistry. Let's have a look at the dirt sheet. So Kaz and Daniels got some bonuses. King and Tyrus got a couple. Bonus for the chemistry and experience. Being well booked, the refereeing. That could have been an amazing match if Tyrus's gimmick was better and the crowd had been warmed up beforehand. No worker improvements. Moving on. 73B-. Following their win over the BDC, the Bad Influence. Bad Influence celebrate with the fans in front row before leaving through the crowd. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's their debut. And I'd say it went pretty well. But moving on. So James Storm is helping X Division champion Low-Ki prepare for his match against Samoa Joe when Eve Torres comes into the shot. She says, Mr. Storm, Low-Ki, I'm here to tell you that I've been put in charge of TNA until Desmond Wolfe returns. And before you think of trying anything, I've been given personal security detail. 2 security guards come into shot on either side of Eve. She then says, I think that having a champion fight in a 1v1 match and not defend his championship is a little bit silly. For that reason, Low-Ki, you will defend your X Division Championship against Samoa Joe right now. Storm gets up in Eve's face, who steps back behind the 2 security guards, and Storm laughs. He then says, you make this official, and I can't promise that I won't do anything to you, Eve. She says, it's already official, Mr. Storm, and the match is right now. And Storm replies, you've not heard the last of this, let's go, Low-Ki. So, Eve Torres debuted her businesswoman gimmick, and it got 79. Could have been worse. Well, she got a bonus for a good gimmick, so it's all good. Low momentum and low morale. I need to pay Low-Ki off, I think. So moving on. 66C plus. This is with bad chemistry, so I suppose it's not too bad. So in a bout that featured great action but not much in the way of heat, Low-Ki defeated Samoa Joe in a 1 vs 1 steel cage match. Now that I don't remember. But apparently they're having a steel cage match. So Low-Ki makes defense number 3 of his TNA X Division Championship. I've just realised the show's being held in front of 20,208 people in an arena that has a capacity of 20,000. Okay, fair enough. Moving on. So James Storm quickly slides into the ring like a snake following Low-Ki's title defense against Samoa Joe and gets in his face. The camera picks up Storm telling Joe that he's not worth fighting, and Storm simply slides back out and walks back up the ramp as Low-Ki hits the Warrior's Way before following Storm. So yeah, that's pretty much ending Joe and Low-Ki, but we may carry on with Joe against the Revolution. I'm not 100% sure yet, but anyway, moving on. So 75B minus. Lashley is shown warming up backstage ahead of the big main event when Kurt Angle walks up to him. He says, Lashley, I know we've not always been on the same page, but like to say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Good luck out there. Angle holds out his hand, which Lashley shakes without saying anything before Angle walks off and Lashley continues his warm-up. So, yeah, moving on. And it's a knockouts match, so I'm not too fussed. So in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Gail Kim defeated Havoc in 12 minutes by pinfall with an Eat defeat. Gail Kim wins the TNA Women's Knockout title. That is also the 4th match between the two lately. So it did get a penalty for that. Havoc was penalised for negative crowd reaction. She is a heel, so you know. But load the crowd's mood. It didn't actually get it didn't seem to get a penalty for anyway. So Gail Kim begins to celebrate with the Knockouts title when she's attacked from behind by Tara. Tara throws Gail shoulder first into the ring post, who then falls out the ring, and Tara lifts the Knockouts championship in the air. Looks as though we already have a new contender for the championship. So yeah, these two have, I think, is it good chemistry or great chemistry? Which we found out, it was either on Impact or in a dark match. So yeah, they have great chemistry. So I thought, you know what, we'll go with this. And then, you know, judging by the Tara Melissa match, we may head that way as well. So yeah, moving on. So Mike Tenay and Taz are sat on commentary and have some news for the viewers. Tenay says, ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago, Jim Ross, our announced partner, was attacked by Drew Galloway and received a minor concussion. We're happy to announce that next week on Impact, Jim Ross will make his return to commentary. Taz then says, I can't wait for JR to come back, Mike. I've been growing really sick and tired of hearing your voice every week, man. Tenay says, well, there you have it. JR to return to commentary next week on Impact, but up next, tag team action with the world titles on the line. The Revolution defend against new teams the Briscoes, reDRagon, and the Young Bucks. That's all next. Against all odds, only on pay-per-view. So yeah, JR's returning. He's been gone a while, but I thought, you know what, well, actually no, I suppose he's not been gone long in the grand scheme of things, but you know, he's a good announcer, so we'll bring him back. I was originally just going to bring him straight back, but oh well, moving on. So the match itself gets a 72B-. That's not bad at all. So, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, the Briscoes defeated the Revolution, the Young Bucks, and reDRagon in 21 minutes when Jay Briscoe defeated the Great Sonata by pinfall with a Crucible, and the Briscoes win the TNA World Tag Team titles. So, Storm seemed off his game. Jay and Mark Briscoe showed excellent chemistry. Nick and Matt Jackson showed excellent chemistry, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly showed excellent chemistry. Mike Tenay and Taz have pretty good chemistry when calling matches together, which is all good. Storm is improving in technical skills, and Nick Jackson is improving in rumble skills. Dirt sheet. Many bonuses. And not many penalties. Penalised for length. Maybe it was a bit long. I mean, it is only a mid-card match, really. Tag team championships, but yeah, I thought for a fatal 4-way tag team match, I think 20 minutes is, decent length. But anyway, moving on. So Ricochet is walking backstage, looking at and stroking his TV title when he looks up and stops dead in his tracks. The camera pans around and shows Jay Lethal stood in the door to the locker room. Lethal just says, "I think you're holding my championship." And the two stay stood on the spot as the camera fades away. So a little bit like El Patron in Lucha Underground. I just wanted a way to bring him in. Jay Lethal, I mean, he's probably the best television champion that Ring of Honor have ever had. So you know what? I thought, we'll bring him into TNA. We'll have him feud with Ricochet for the TV title, and we'll see how it goes. And I suppose depending on who performs best will depend on who wins. But yeah, anyway, moving on. So the cameras turn to the announce table where Mike Tenay and Taz talk about the tag team match and hype up the main event. Tenay says, "What a match we've just seen, ladies and gents. The Briscoes are the new TNA World Tag Team Champions, and next up we could see a brand new World Heavyweight Champion." Taz says, "Yeah, Mike, MVP defends his World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, and my man, my pick for tonight, the Destroyer Lashley." Tenay then says, "If we're picking sides, then I don't think you can choose anyone other than the former 5-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle. Who's your pick? Let us know on social media with the hashtag Triple Threat. That match is next." So, yeah. Just adding a bit of social media in there. I really don't know why. But anyway, moving on. The match itself. Ooh, 83B+. Yes. So in a bout that featured great action and average heat, Kurt Angle defeated Lashley and MVP in 28 minutes when Kurt Angle defeated MVP by submission following a botched interference by Kenny King. So Kurt Angle wins the TNA World Heavyweight title. Yeah. Kenny King attacked MVP. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So Angle was penalised for inconsistency and declining physical ability, and Lashley was penalised for inconsistency. But he got a few bonuses, which is good. And moving on. So 76B-. Kurt Angle celebrates winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship after forcing MVP to tap out. Angle celebrates with the fans as Mike Tenay puts him over on commentary. Tenay says, "And there you have it, folks. Kurt Angle, now a 6-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and you just get the feeling that this could be his best title reign yet." So, yeah. There you have it. That's the show. Let's see what the final rating was. 78B. Nice. So Tyrus and the Great Sonata was slightly overused. Well, Sonata was the champion, so he kind of had to be in a match. Tyrus, yeah, maybe. Although he was only in 2 angles. Well, 2 segments. He was in a angle in the match. But yeah, that was good. So let's make a speech. I think we'll just give it to the triple threat guys. So, Kurt Angle, Lashley, and MVP. Although I really want to hug Gail Kim. Can I hug? No. Make speech. Angle seemed pleased. Lashley seemed pleased. MVP was pleased with my speech. So that's that. So let's go see what the buy rate was. Right then. So. Oh no. Dixie Carter's back. Dixie Carter's back. That's not good. So don't really want to put her as an authority figure. Don't like Dixie Carter. I should just sack her, to be honest, shouldn't I? 15 grand. Nah, she can rot. She can rot. Right, so let's have a look at what the buy rate was. So, Dixie Carter returns. What? What are you on about? Guys! Okay. 1.38. What's this about? It's our best show yet. So we need to look for some new pay-per-view carriers. Disappointing. Right. Johnny Gargano. I'm not sure whether I want to sign him. He looks decent. I suppose we might as well. Might as well. Complete contract. Send him down to developmental. We made some money on that show. We made some money. Have a look. Pay-per-view revenue. We made $397,000, which is pretty damn good. It's been a good month for us in general. We made $1 million so far. Well, $1 million, 1,100,000 roughly. Workers, that'll still increase, I think, which is quite worrying. But anyway, let's have a look at our storylines. So the World Heavyweight Championship is at an 83B+. These will be ending. I'll be making some new ones. Well, I don't know if I'll be making some new ones, but I'll definitely be removing and adding people. Joe Magnus versus the Revolution is at 61C. Tag Team 69C+. Knockouts 55C-. We can remove Havoc and add Tara. She is. There we go. Jeff Hardy versus Ricochet. Well, we can end that as well. Well, not end it, but we can remove Jeff and Matt Hardy, and we can add Ricochet. Not Ricochet. Jay Lethal. And Drew Galloway versus, well, this has been kind of a weird storyline that hasn't really gone very well. But anyway, that is that. We have some people in here that aren't actually doing it, so we'll remove them. So we'll move Sonata and James Storm as well. He's going to focus on Samoa Joe from now on, I think. Abyss is, well, he's... remove Eddie Edwards. I just realised the Briscoes aren't even in here. Yeah, they're in the description. Remove Manic. Remove Charlie Haas. I think we'll go with reDRagon versus the Briscoes. So we need Jay Briscoe and we need Mark Briscoe. There he is. Right, so that's going to be the the tag team storyline. We've got that. We are really going to push on with this one. This is where Eddie Edwards and Adam Cole start to come in, take JB out. But yeah, Cole and Edwards are going to start coming into that now. So yeah, all in all, that was a pretty damn good show. It's a shame that the buy rate was so bad and that people have cancelled their deals with us. So we need to look for some new ones. I'm going to try and get some foreign ones as well, because I believe our coverage isn't great in the UK. Yeah, that's okay. Japan is somewhere I'd like to tap into. All in all, our coverage isn't actually that bad. It's big in the US and Canada. It's, you know, it's okay in the UK, and we've got small coverage in Australia and Europe as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. If we can tap into the Mexico and Japan market as well, that'd be alright. It'd be good. So Johnny Gargano is starting. He's going to go into developmental. Oh, we can't actually put him in there, but I'm going to put him in developmental for a bit and see what happens. But yeah, so that's that. So that is it for this episode, guys. If you like the video, then please leave a like and let us know what you think of the show in the comments section. And yeah, if you've got any answers for any questions that I answered throughout, I can't even remember what I asked. I'm sure I asked something. I can't remember what it was. So anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Peace. With a low blow, MVP then hits the drive-by kick on Angle, who rolls out the ring. MVP falls back against the table as Lashley slides into the ring. Lashley goes to spear MVP through the table. However, Kenny King jumps out of the crowd and pulls MVP to the side, sending Lashley crashing through the table into the turnbuckle. And MVP celebrates as he's helped to the back by King. So yeah.